Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 2 at the craft stage here at the Finance Magnates Singapore Summit. Across Asia, the industry is evolving at extraordinary speed, but so are the expectations from regulators, traders, platforms, and investors. And that's exactly what today's conversations are about. What's scalable, what's sustainable, and what the next generation of financial platforms will actually look like. So let's begin day 2. Prop trading growth across APAC has exploded. But behind the immersive sign-up numbers lies a more complicated story around regulation, payouts, acquisition quality, mobile-first trading culture, and the sustainability of the current business model. These sessions takes a closer look at where the real opportunities exist across Asia, which markets are generating meaningful funded trader activity, and whether the prop trading industry can evolve alongside increasing regulatory pressure and professionalization. Please welcome Jacob Rose, CEO for Traders, who will introduce the panel.
Thank you very much, Dushka. So, hello everybody. Once again, my name is Jacob. I'm CEO for Traders. We are a prop trading firm. We are on the market for more than 3 years right now, offering multi-asset trading for retail traders, from CFDs to crypto, futures, and prediction markets. We have the customers from all around the world, so also the APAC region, which is quite strong. And today, I would like to talk with Lubo. Lubo is my friend, and he's from company which is providing the technology for prop firms, so operating under the hood of many prop firms actually. So he has also a lot of data how prop traders work and what prop traders do and how prop firms operate in different countries, different regions, and what are the trends and how the whole prop trading is evolving. And today I would like basically to talk with him as a friendly discussion. How we see all the trends, all the data, all the traders, and everything from our perspective as a prop firm, from the B2C side, and Lubo has the views from the B2B side because he has the overview from more firms together. So, Lubo, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Jacob. It's a pleasure to share with you the data that we have access to and to provide with some meaningful insights into that. So as Jacob said, I'm going to be representing the B2B side of the prop firm data, and Jacob is going to be focusing on the B2B side, and it's going to be an interesting view, I believe.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to ask everybody here if you have a direct experience with the prop firms. Can you please raise your hands who has some experience with prop trading? Okay. So all 5 of you, or how many already tried some trading challenge? No? Who tried already trading challenge? Okay, 2 of you. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's a good start. We would like to start with the evolution of the prop trading, because as I mentioned, we started 3 years ago. We were one of the first prop trading firms where there were not so many firms on the market. Today, the market is very saturated, almost all around the world. There's a few countries which are still not saturated. That's what we want also to talk about today. But there is a lot of prop trading firms, and the industry is evolving. Every company is doing their job, differently. And and the topic of this discussion is about the regulation. So we were also discussing with Lubo how to basically handle this topic. And we agreed that we will basically talk about all the challenges and everything, because we know that there is no regulation so far, because the prop trading is a pure demo trading. It's a simulated trading, so it's more like a trading simulator than a real trading. That's important to say. I was talking with a lot of people yesterday and also today here on the conference in the room, and basically no one knows what prop trading is. So everyone was thinking that it's trading with the real capital, but in reality, it's a demo trading. So there is a different approach also for the regulation, because so far there is no regulation. It's pure demo trading, and it opens possibilities to offer your product in more countries than classic CFD brokerage or crypto exchange.
Yeah, I will add one thing, that I have been following the prop industry for the past 6 years. And what I find interesting is that prop firms are now becoming brokers, regulated brokers, and brokers are entering into the prop firm space. The reasons are not to really to fulfill the needs of the local regulations, but rather say it's very practical. Because for prop firms, they are getting regulated or they are getting licenses in order to get the trading platforms. For example, MetaTrader, and for that you need a license. So the boundaries are really, disappearing. And the real question is, are they regulating because they want to fulfill the local regulations, or are they doing, as I was saying, the practical steps in order to use the correct infrastructure to gain the attention? So I think, there is no one answer, the real answer, which is here. But it's definitely when we are seeing that from the global activity that we monitor, that more than 30% of the global activity goes towards the APAC market. And out of the 30%, a dominant part plays India. And as we know, India, the CFD is banned in India. And prop firm space offers a certain bridge between how to bridge this gap. Because no local regulators are chasing prop firms as of now. So prop firms are really taking this as an opportunity. Do you agree, Jacob?
Yeah, I totally agreed. And basically this evolved, right? Because the prop trading, like 5 or 6 or 7 maybe even years ago, started mostly in the US, then in the European markets. One of the first companies on the market was FTMO. They are from Czech Republic, same as us, me and Lubo. So there is like a huge tradition for prop trading. And later, after a few years, these countries like India or Vietnam or maybe we can talk about China or Japan or these countries where normally is a regulation for CFD. It means that basically very few brokers are operating on the market. Maximum local brokers for stocks or for something which is regulated there, but the CFDs are not permitted there. But retail traders are there, right? India is a huge country with huge population, very young demographics, and these people wants to make money online. That's in general the trend. The young generation don't want to work 9 to 5. They want to do something from home or remote or basically work from everywhere, and especially in the so big countries as India, where bigger opportunities are concentrated in the big cities, trading is becoming more and more popular. And that's why India is quite a good market for prop firms, right?
Yeah, indeed, that's correct. As I was saying, 30% accounts towards the India, but this is also to say that the number of traders doesn't equal to the value of per purchase. So on average, the average client from India spends around $150 per challenge. There's a high volume and low value in India. Whereas other regions from APAC, say from our data where we see Singapore, we have quite a few traders or our licensees have quite a few traders, or Taiwan, the average value is around $700. So then it's up to whoever wants to operate in which region, which way they decide to go, either high volume and low value or low volume and high value. This is also, an interesting aspect.
For us as an operator, it's fundamentally different business to operate high volume and low average order value, or low volume or high average order value, because with the higher volume you have the cost for customer support, you have the cost for customer acquisition and so on, for trading platforms and for the execution of the trades. And with the higher volume you have more trades, you need more servers, you need more customer support, because especially customers from these low-income countries has usually more questions than the customers from high-income countries. There are more inputs to this, because for example one another input is the language barrier. People in India don't have so much English skills. It means that if you are operating purely in English, they don't understand a lot of things, so they are asking on your customer support, and it's creating much more cost for you as an operator. The another thing comes with the customer acquisition, which is fundamental for every trading business, as for broker or for a prop firm. And the customer acquisition is also limited by countries, specifics. For example, in India, as the CFDs and almost all financial products are not permitted on the market, it's very hard to run their social media ads or something like that. So we must go through the trading communities and different channels, which are more like an organic distribution than the paid, which is different. In Europe, this limitation is not there, and it's much easier for us to get the customers. The complete opposite story is in the US. In the US, we also don't have the CFDs, but the customers are, very have a very high bonity. It means that the average order value and the whole lifetime value of the customer is the highest. In our case, we have the customers from the US who are able to spend, let's say, $10,000 per month for trading challenges, which is quite high. And for the customer acquisition, it's much harder than the APAC region and Europe and everything else, because the competition on the social media and everywhere is much higher. It means that the cost per lead or per purchase or per everything is much more expensive on the Meta or Google Ads or everything. So for you to operate there, you must be sure that you will get the high value customers. So you must target the ads differently and sell higher challenges, etc. So do you see that same?
Yes, I do agree, Jacob, and I think for the APAC region, I think in general, APAC region is untapped. For anyone looking into starting a prop firm, I think it's a great opportunity to target the APAC because there's less competition to compete on the market at space. So you're going to be perhaps spending less, and you are going to be a solo player in the beginning. But this comes also with a downside that, according to our knowledge and to how we speak and what we get from our licensees, the APAC region as a whole doesn't know and doesn't understand prop trading. So there's going to be need of educating the traders, explaining that this is not a scam, that they can really get for a couple of $100 multiple times larger trading account. So this will take some time and some effort and perhaps some money. But also I was going to say also that regarding to the regulation, we also see that in let's say in India, the majority of payouts are withdrawn by crypto rails. So this is also to say that in the region where there might be a stricter or regulation that prohibits trading CFD, also the means of withdrawing the funds also reflects that. So for that reason, the crypto rails are used, not a fiat traditional withdrawals. So this is also a nice observation that we have from these regions.
Yeah, that's correct. And I can just add that, as you said, that the APAC countries are not so tapped or not so saturated as other countries, and that's also because the language barrier. In the APAC there is so many countries, and in every country is a different language. That's different, and as for example United States, which is big country where just English is the one language. We can see that for example our customers from Vietnam, we have around 5 or 6% customers from Vietnam, so quite a strong group. And we know that the language skill is quite low. It means these people are not visiting English-speaking websites, so they are not visiting the prop comparison websites. They don't know too much about the rules in prop trading. They need to explain everything more. They don't know much about competition, which is the website only in English. In general, they are like language isolated. So they don't know what is happening in the English-speaking world that much. And the same applies probably for Japan or China or these countries, where basically the English it's not first or second language.
Yeah, and it all boils down to who operates the prop firm. Majority of the prop firm owners that we have contact with are usually based in Europe, United States, or UAE. So they are lacking the local knowledge of the market.
Yep.
I know that that you, Jacob, you are having some localized support in order to spread the word, but this is not the case with many of the prop firm operators. I think the future would be that as a successful prop firm operator, you need to have a local presence. This is something what brokers are doing in order to capture the attention, yeah. But this is not as common in the prop firm space. Yeah. And I think more brokers entering into prop firm space will bring this habit, and this perhaps will become a norm, which is not in these days.
Yeah, and the similar situation as in APAC is also in the LATAM region, for example, where the language is Spanish, and it's also a little bit isolated word, you know. And the whole Latin America, it's similar situation as in APAC. There is many countries which are very high populated, yeah, and the knowledge of English is very low. Competition is not high. It means that the ads are cheaper and the barrier to entry is lower. So yeah, that's definitely there is definitely more opportunities than in Europe or the US. Yeah. Now let's jump into the traders' behavior and what's the basic difference between the prop traders all around the world and in the APAC region. I was looking into our data, and we can see that the big difference is that the Europe and also the US and basically also Australia and everywhere, people are trading the trading instruments. First is everywhere is gold. It's right now because there is quite a gold rush, or how to say it. And the second instrument in the order is usually US indices, like S&P 500, Nasdaq indices, and yeah, basically do US indices. But in the APAC region, people really didn't trade these like US indices. It's probably logic, you know, they don't have the knowledge about that, or they don't understand it that much. They don't follow the US, you know, markets and anything. So 74% of the traders from APAC region at for traders are trading just gold, and the other 25% are trading other currency pairs, but they are totally not used to trading of the indices, which is quite interesting. And right now, what is rising, but still for us, is a few percent because we don't have that much traders. Is a crypto. Because crypto is quite popular either here and also in the LATAM region. So that's what we are also working on to get more customers in crypto. We are already offering more than 100 crypto symbols in our offering. So basically, for traders, as a crypto prop firm is offering the same amount of tradable instruments as any other crypto exchange in the world. Which is also quite new in the prop trading space in general, because a year ago there wasn't basically any prop firm offering that much crypto symbols as a big crypto exchanges. But now this is changing, and also the crypto exchanges, which many of them has actually headquarters or offices here in Singapore, are massively, jumping into prop trading. I even have a lot of meetings this week with the crypto exchanges here in Singapore, and everyone wants to know, hey, Jacob, how are you doing that? What crypto? We want to go into the prop trading. So, do you see like similar trends?
Yeah, I can confirm. Although we are not granulating, we are not really looking into the traded symbols. But what we capture is an increased demand from inbounds to setting up a crypto prop firms. They are like on a daily basis asking what's the trading platform, mainly because we are the CRM provider. We need to integrate the trading platforms, so we need to be ready to adapt to the new trend of servicing crypto prop firms. So we are, as I'm now speaking, we are integrating a couple of prop firm crypto friendly trading platforms. And the trend is visible. We are getting, I wouldn't say a lot of inbounds from APAC, although we are aware of the strong crypto sentiment here. But yeah, I think this year we'll hear more and more about crypto prop firms setting up operations.
If we are speaking about the trading platforms, as it's always very popular topic, because even here on the expo and everywhere on the trading expo, there is a lot of providers of trading platforms, and everyone is trying always to bring some new trading platform on the market every year to do some innovation, make a better user interface, do something better for traders to provide better UX and so on. So from our data, it still looks like that in the APAC region, people are probably more conservative than in the rest of the world, because we both confirmed with Lubo that in our case at for traders, 92% of our traders are using MetaTrader 5, and we offer also 3 other platforms: TradeLocker, CTrader, and for futures the DXTrade platform. But still, traders here 92% using MetaTrader 5. From Lubo data, it's around 75%.
It's 82%. 82%. That's very hyped. The MetaTrader it's a cult. You know, people are following, perhaps for no reason, I would say. But also an interesting fact is that the prop firm industry as a whole is attracting a different kind of users, different kind of audience. The kind of audience, I think this is also important to mention here, the kind of audience between the age of 18 to 25. And this group of people, they do not know what MetaTrader is. They have no relationship to that. So usually these people are looking for something sexier in terms of UX, UI. And this is to say that perhaps, you know, these people are crypto traders and they want something better looking. And having said this, the group of 18 to 25 years, we agree with Jacob that prop firms, if a broker decides to set up a prop firm as a prop firm arm, it could be a great lead generator tool because you are able to capture, to attract the demographics of 18 to 25. And then once this specific group hits the age of having the money, having enough money to spend on trading, they could have built a relationship with the broker-backed prop firm, and then they may have deposits to the broker. So I think, you know, that the distance, the gap between having a prop firm and running a broker is getting smaller and smaller. And I think in the future it will all intercommunicate together. So I think,
or
you
there
know,
won't be the difference. I think
there won't be perhaps no difference.
It's similar like a crypto exchanges, which I already mentioned. All of them started as a crypto exchange. Right now, all of them wants to be multi-asset. They want to offer also stocks, they want to offer indices, they want to offer investing, they want to offer perps, they want to offer FX. Basically, you are a trading platform, and the user, you know, doesn't know that it's just a crypto or futures or something. It's a trading platform for everything. I think that's the direction where we are going, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And for the brokers, as we are here in the industry conference, where probably is most of the brokers, you know, for the prop firm is usually I am always saying it's half the educational thing for traders. We at For Traders don't want to just sell trading challenges on the demo accounts for the challenge fee. We always want to provide some additional value. And we are really focusing a lot on the education of the traders. It means that if trader fails the challenge, they will still learn something and get some value from us. So it's not just, hey, okay, I failed and I'm, you know, give up and I will not get back to the trading. So we know that we are responsible for educating the traders and basically bringing them to the market. And the retention is extremely important because we are investing a lot into the customer acquisition. But if we don't provide any additional value and the trader, you know, leaves the company with the ugly face that, oh, I failed, you know, he will not come back. So what we at For Traders are really trying to do is to capture traders in also some different ways than just the ads. You know, for example, we are organizing trading tournaments which are quite popular. They are viral on the internet. More than 50,000 people are playing our trading tournaments in our platform every month. We are also doing few times offline trading tournaments just for pure entertainment, also on the Finance Magnates conferences or IFX conferences. And this is really good customer acquisition for the prop and probably also for the broker. So I'm always telling to the broker, hey, we are basically capturing the people to the trading tournament, which is free to join. There the trader can experience your dashboard, experience the trading platform, see what is your execution, what are your spreads, you know, how fast it is, how they like the UX, UI, everything. You already got the customer insight, so you know everything about him. And then we are trying to convert him to buy the challenge. And once the trader, you know, progress and educate himself, make, let's say, a few $1,000 or $10,000, $20,000, then the idle stage, the best stage is still tell him, okay, so you are graduated from this program, and now you are good to go to deposit the money to your own live account and start trading at the broker. I think that this is the best life cycle of the whole trader's journey.
Yeah, I would call it a retention to a certain degree, and we do the same, but on a different level, on a B2B level. Because every single licensee of ours, we sit on a lot of data, so we try to educate them on how to do the business better. Because, you know, if you are a lone wolf and if you are a prop firm trying to succeed in any given market, it may be hard, but if you combine our collective knowledge that we have from multiple prop firms, I think we are also coaching our prop firms, because you cannot sometimes do an isolated decision based on your tiny sample of data, but we have really a lot of data, so we can anonymously guide you, go here, do this, do that. So I think retention on both
this
ends,
is very important.
B2B end and B2C end. We are here to stay. We are not just on board and forget. This is a long run game, and I think this industry has been through a lot. There has been a lot of dramas in past years. A lot of prop firms set up a business and then rug pulled or closed the shop. And I think we all, let's say us as a B2B, Jacob as a B2B, we need to set the right examples. We need to try to regulate the business even though it's unregulated.
Yeah.
So we are regulating within.
Even there is no regulation, we need to cultivate and make the market better. That's a task for us as the, let's say, bigger prop firms who are on the market for a few years, and also for the technology providers who are working with many prop firms. And I'm glad that Lubo and others are doing that, because as I mentioned in the beginning, right now there is around 500 plus prop firms on the market. It's extremely saturated, but I think confidently say that 450 of them are not doing the job in the right way, probably. They are trying to, find shortcuts, don't know how to operate the business properly, and we need to, to teach people to choose the right partner, and that if you are doing any type of business, you must take it seriously, take care about your customers, take care about your traders, and in general, be like a good player in the market, and and that's it.
I would just add to what Jacob said. He said that the market is extremely saturated. I would disagree. I would say that some parts of the world are extremely saturated. The parts where there's a high value, like United States. But other regions, let's say, since we are discussing APAC, I think APAC is a gold mine.
Yep.
Once there's going to be a brave group of people who would set up and who would do the business right. I think this is something that we cannot even put a number on. This could be huge. The market is saturated, yes, in United States, perhaps Europe and India, because everyone is targeting India because the people are buying the golden tickets. But I think the
right.
message is APAC is untapped, and it possesses a lot of opportunities.
That's correct. You are right. The countries like China, for example, or Taiwan, or it's a huge population and very, very few prop firms, or almost zero. So if you have the local knowledge, you know the local language, you have the local team, and you are from China, I think that you can use this opportunity, because for us, even for traders, it's basically impossible to start operating in China without massive investments, onboarding of some, or involvement of some local partner, which will bring to the company who knows the local, the local everything and the language.
And I think this is the expertise where the local local brokers in APAC market, they can kind of nicely use their expertise of their local market. And if a CFD broker or broker decides to start a prop firm in APAC, I think it could be beneficial for them, because they already know how the market works. They know the mentality of the users. However, running a broker, I wouldn't necessarily say that running a broker and prop firm is one-to-one. It's not the same business. There's a different trading behavior. There's a different behavioral in general, because the traders are behaving differently. It's a different approach if you are spending your own hard-earned 10K to deposit with broker, or if you are buying for a couple of $100 account worth of 10K. So you're approaching also the trading from that perspective. So risk management is different. But I think local brokers should, and I would this is not an investment advice. I think they should look into what prop firm market is and what prop firm industry is, and just spend some time on that. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so the time is running out. I would like to thank everybody for listening us. Thanks to Lubo for the great discussion. And as the last thing, as many of you didn't try prop trading yet, we would like to give everyone some test challenge from us. So we have here a few vouchers. If anyone of you wants to try prop trading challenge at For Traders, we will give you the code with the free trading challenge, so you can try it yourself. And if you have some questions for us, I think we can few of them answer right now. Thank you.